So yeah, Ubisoft, they have 15 minutes before they go live. I'm not expecting too much of them outside of like a little bit of Just Dance cheese and maybe Assassin's Creed stuff. That's probably gonna be there. Those are the safe bets. Outside of that,
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Siege update. Something about the Division. And then maybe we see something South Park related. That's pretty much the extent of what I have. I did mention something about the
If they haven't, sure.
yeah. I did mention the rabbits. Maybe we're gonna see something about the rabbits again. But I'm not sure on that. I wouldn't know what from the rabbits to expect. But to be fair, Ubisoft has been kind of hard to read recently. What else do you expect out of the safe stuff like?
Maybe new cooperation or cooperation with Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a new card/board game adaptation. Maybe a new Tom Clancy IP, a brand new.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we're probably not gonna see anything related to Steep or For Honor. I think those games are fairly dead. Unless they want to try to revive them again.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. I mean that's a safe one. We know that's gonna happen. It's just as safe as Just Dance is.
Yeah, because they have a new blueprint,
Mm-hmm.
so they can release a new Assassin's Creed every year.
What time period will the new Assassin's Creed play in?
Rome could be possible,
Yeah.
or they go into the newer era.
You know what I would like to see would be an Assassin's Creed that plays with the Norse.
Oh yeah.
Because that's completely different to everything else that they've done. It would also go a bit in the direction of their most celebrated release, which would be Black Flag. Because the Norse, of course, were very good at sailing and ship combat. So you could marry those. The only thing that makes me doubt this is that the Norse are not very well known for their cities. So the other big part of Assassin's Creed, which to be fair has been downscaled a lot recently, is the free climbing parkour thing. You couldn't do that very well with Norse. But I guess it's gotten down for the last couple of installments anyway, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, they could do something medieval, like the beginning of the Holy Roman Empire, with the Franks, for example, that conquered the German tribes and so on. History has many different settings. They could go for they could go for a traditional Japanese setting.
That's right. We haven't had anything Asian in Assassin's Creed yet.
They could go for something Indian.
I could see them do China, mainly because climbing around those ancient Chinese temples and stuff would be cool.
They could go for beginning of the United States.
I mean, they did.
When the
Didn't they do one set in the Civil War?
Yeah, I think. But when the whole I imagine a setting where all the new settlers come from Europe, and so there's clash between different factions.
Which
Like
they already
the
kind of did in
Italians.
the ancient Greece one, because you had the Spartans and you had the Romans.
Yeah, but in an starting of the United States, you could do a faction of the Italians. They want to do something related to their culture. The Germans want to do something related to their culture. The British, the French, the Dutch, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
You can really expand this to a much higher level of faction gameplay if you want to.
Whatever they decide to do with it, they have to do something that's a bit different, because Yeah, they changed the blueprint a little bit, but it's already feeling stale.
Yeah.
Because Assassin's Creed is just one thing that they keep cranking out every year.
I
So
don't remember. Did they already do something about Jack the Ripper and the whole setting around this?
they definitely had one set in London. I don't know if it was Jack the Ripper specific, but they definitely had one in England.
Yeah, but around this time span, there's also a lot of things you could do with this.
Hmm.
Yeah, French Revolution.
Yeah. Africa, we haven't had an Assassin's
Yep.
Creed anywhere in Africa, and that's like a big history thing that's like completely unexplored yet.
And really interesting could be Central Africa with the whole tropical jungle and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Or Brazil with the Amazonas.
They definitely have some options left.
Assassin's Creed has so many options to
If I remember correctly,
To-
there has yet to be Assassin's Creed set in Paris, yeah? Because in Paris there are so many things I could think of that I would love to see in an Assassin's Creed game. Just climbing up the Eiffel Tower, for instance.
or if we set it in the French Revolution, the whole bashing of everyone could be killed, and this whole anarchy there, and there are a lot of important historic events during this time,
Yeah.
and you could even release DLC to this
Yeah.
by expanding this with a story DLC to Napoleon.
That's a very good idea.
Ubisoft, hire me.
Also, they could
I made you I made you complete your new Assassin's Creed game with DLC.
mhm. And you can release 15 different editions of it.
Yeah.
Also they could feature Notre Dame before it burned up. So that's a selling point and a half.
But I'm more hyped about the surprises from Ubisoft than I'm for the safe bets.
Every year pretty much for me. Is that the case? Because Ubisoft are very
Because,
good at just. Last year they had like here is the guy who does the soundtrack, and then just had like a live performance, which was a highlight.
Yeah, but the safe bets or the safe IPs from Ubisoft don't catch me, so I'm hyped about the surprises.
By the-
Assassin's Creed, they have to catch with the setting, so there it all depends on the setting.
Hmm. The limited run games presentation I would give a solid C. Like the presentation itself was fun, but none of the things that they said were really relevant.
It was the typical limited run games conference.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like great either. Because of how empty their presentation style is. They do have a lot of fun playing around with it, but also like it's kinda lacking in atmosphere and stuff, and that makes it feel longer than it actually is. So I think a C is a fair grade. How will it start?
Just Dance, come on. Just Dance is just a good opener.
Mm-hmm. Any final
The guy
words?
between the two, the guy between the two ladies looked a bit like Mark Zuckerberg.
He did. Oh, already we have a small orchestra on stage. Or maybe not orchestra, but a small ensemble. For Assassin's Creed Symphony. Either this is just the title of the segment, or the new game is called Assassin's Creed Symphony and it's playing in Vienna or something.
That would be cool.
They definitely don't start out with Just Dance this time.
Or they transition this into Just Dance.
Can you imagine? They have like this dignified silence, and then they just break out, turn down for what? And just a dancing panda appears.
Normally that would be a no-go, but I can't imagine they do this.
It's Ubisoft, you have to expect the unexpected. This is just a mishmash of all the Assassin's Creed protagonists so far. Also, they're taking a page out of Sony's book. The good Sony book, not the shitty sequel.
The time Sony actually made it, made a good conference.
To be fair though, that conference was stunning. I love this so far. I don't know about you, but I love this.
Depends on where they're going with this. If it's just there for the lulz, I don't know.
I mean, harkening back to that Sony conference, they also started with just music. Now we're going into Black Flag territory. Oh, they have a choir as well.
Black Flag definitely a game I need to play.
I own it because they gave it away last year.
Yeah.
It's a good arrangement. They were holding the note so long I was expecting Shane McMahon to come out. You know what this could indicate? That maybe they will release a collection of sorts? Because I'm just seeing this little picture with all the protagonists next to each other.
Yeah.
Maybe this indicates like the Assassin's Creed collection or something. But as a start, this puts me in a good headspace for this.
Yeah, but to all segments on conference, it should tell me something.
I mean, this tells me that they have a symphony based on Assassin's Creed and they're touring with it.
Yeah, and that's enough. It's just like Final Fantasy in concert. Now it's Assassin's Creed on concert.
Symphony tour starting on June 29th. Imagine an 80-piece live.
I mean, if that was a game, they basically showed us the first level.
Yeah.
Performing the overture, it's just, you know, they gave us a song for free.
And there's the clone of Mark Zuckerberg again.
And discount White Aisha Tyler.
Of course, there's one show that we all came here to see, the Ubisoft E3 conference, and it's just about to start here from the Orpheum Theater.
I thought Nintendo Direct. What? This is Ubisoft? Not with me.
Oh god, they're trying to engage the audience. This is going to be
cringe.
If you please, I'd like to do the same for the people sitting on the ground floor.
Cringe number 2.
Yeah, why are there children in the audience? Who takes children to a press event?
Yeah, it's a video game press event, so if it was hardware, then I agree with you.
How many children will we see in the crowd of the AMD event?
Well, AMD doesn't hook me at all.
Me neither, but it's right after this, and it's on the way between this and Square, so I guess we cover it just to get it out of the way.
I think we will talk about a lot of different topics in this in the conference of AMD.
Probably. Alright, now it's time for video games.
City in the world. Well, used to be. Now it's a right mess. Government's fucked off. Extremists are grabbing power. Organised crime slicing up the boats. The war dogs are out. And freedom's a bloody joke. But this ain't there, London.
Watchdogs?
London.
Watchdogs London?
Power growing.
Or 3.
Together, we're building a resistance, one recruit at a time.
What's my favourite operative up to this evening? And no, I never say that to the others.
Yeah, judging by the tone of this dialogue, I'm pretty certain it's Watchdogs.
And if I did, I wouldn't feel them.
Okay, it's one of
Hopefully
those.
made good this time.
It's one of those vertical slice gameplay presentations. It's probably better than what the actual game's going to look. Which Ubisoft is known for, but at least they give us some sort of gameplay.
Bloody drones are everywhere, kicking our fucking teeth in lately.
Bloody drones.
You recruit someone who can deal with drugs.
I hope
Never would have thought
that all of the NPCs will have a British accent. I love British accent.
Mm-hmm.
Right, easy. I'm complying.
Hello, Governor.
Impressive skill set.
Sure, but we need a drone expert, Raj, not a shit kicker. Fire that one.
Shit kicker.
Oh, I love it.
May die randomly. Best skill. So basically you're recruiting people, yeah? I would definitely pick the guy. I would definitely recruit the guy that may die randomly just because of how fun it would be.
Fucking hell, we find out drone expert and he's about to get himself nicked.
Yeah. The very subtle mask. Critically injured.
Not
This looks cool.
It's a very cool setting. The second Watchdogs was already better than the first one, just because the tone was more coherent and it was just more colorful and fun. And this is depicting a cyberpunk-ish dystopia really well. Less colorful, but more coherent in tone. Oh, and he died. Permadeath. Oh, so you're recruiting people that you can play as then. They have different skill sets and different stuff, and if he dies, he's gone, and you have other people to switch
That's really cool.
That's a really cool system. I love this.
To feed the birds here. Now they're all bloody machines.
And permadeath creates a bond to the characters. That's
The characters
Really cool.
themselves also seem to have some personality. I don't know how that's going to work if you can just recruit some blogger off the streets, how much personality they are gonna have. I think how it's going to work probably is that there will be like story characters who are really cool that you will just get along the story, and then the people that you get off of the streets will not have as much personality, but they are just more useful with their skills or something.
yeah, they have like one
Hello,
character
Alice.
trait as their personality. Probably.
There's my way in.
Hmm.
Their whole character is just one character trait.
I love this grandma character. She's great.
Hall of the Mountain King, what the fuck?
Ubisoft does not mess around with their music.
Time to go. They'll be on to me.
This grandma is
It's
the best
really
character ever. I love this. This is really cool. Alice says hi.
Ubisoft playing the memes.
Yeah. Alice says hi to you.
Yeah.
Let's get
Hi back.
top top.
Ready for some action, Naomi?
Always. But this recruit better be working.
But this game looks really, really promising
Mm-hmm.
from what we see here.
It would be a shame if this ends up being a disappointment.
Yeah.
Camden Black Market, you mean?
Yes, the Kellys are rumoured to run all sorts of illicit goods out of the old stables, some with fingers and toes.
If he's gone in there alone.
I say it can disappoint me, but it should be fun.
Yeah,
That's
the
the whole point of
second
gaming.
one was also very fun.
Yeah.
The first one was a
As
bit
long
drab.
as-
I have an idea.
Yeah, as long as the game is fun, everything is cool.
I would tend to agree. And in this quieter section there is a bit of color in there as well, so it's not as drab. So it is very cyberpunkish in nature.
And it looks like
Maybe.
you can use you can use different routes, like a stealthy route, a more aggressive route.
Mm-hmm.
We've already lost one operative, so try not to get killed, or we'll be in the red for the day.
Probably that.
Or maybe cyberpunk is too heavy of a word, because none of this seems to include augmentations or anything, which usually is a cyberpunk trope.
Is this a meme? This better be a joke, what I'm saying.
So already this showcases 3 different approaches. Even though the gameplay is probably gonna be not as good as they're showing right now, at least they're showing something, and extensive at that. It's probably the most gameplay we've seen in one bit in this whole E3 so far.
Yes.
Stables. It's human trafficking. Found Jimmy.
And here we thought he might be in some sort of trouble.
I love the masks. Maybe you can customize the masks.
Lots of hugs and kisses.
If this would be an EA game, I would say the masks are their objective to make money.
Yeah, this showcases a lot of different approaches.
I love this.
Starting off strong today. Does the rolling help? Good question.
When a game has different approaches, I already have a positive note on this game.
Mm-hmm.
Because then the game does not force you to do anything.
Hey, bloody Big Ben is still standing.
We almost died out there tonight.
Look, thanks for helping me, but I can't handle myself.
Right. You think you're better off alone. You think everyone else has given up and there's no one to trust. That's what they want you to think. And that's how they'll take us, one at a time. It doesn't have to be that way. Together, we can change things.
Wait. What happened to that bloke who helped me?
He didn't make it.
Fuck it.
So many characters to play, oh my god.
St. James.
Yeah. Okay, so where do I go to meet the rest of the crew?
You don't need to go anywhere. Look around you. Everyone has a reason to fight, and DedSec is open to anyone.
Anyone?
Welcome to the Resistance.
This is good. This is really good.
Yeah.
This is an E3 overall highlight for me right now.
Yeah. For me, this is better than what I have seen of Cyberpunk.
Well, it's different because in Cyberpunk you probably have like one dude and you can customize his operation. It's a different approach. It's a different approach to collecting people and switching between them.
Yeah, but I would play Watchdogs over Cyberpunk.
I would check out both.
Yeah, that obviously, but if I have to decide.
Oh, okay.
Watchdogs Legion is set in
If it comes down to picking just one, then I would say that CD Projekt Red is a developer I trust more than Ubisoft. So in that situation I would probably choose Cyberpunk, just based on the developer alone.
It's hard to predict
Yeah.
what the future holds for London, for the UK, or for the world. But history has proven
But this looks great.
that where
Yeah.
London goes, all of us go to.
And it's Watchdogs Legion and not
Not
just
Watch Dogs
Legion.
3.
State and freedom has been replaced with fear. Armed drones patrol the streets, deportation squads
Yeah,
rip
typical
people from their
dystopia.
Mm-hmm.
homes, and Granddad is using crypto to buy a new kidney on the black market. But Londoners never surrender. Their resilience and determination is an inspiration to us all, and they.
So this plays in London specifically. I would love to get some people from Liverpool. Just that would be great. Just have like an England version of this, and then the people of Liverpool have higher brawling skills, but less technical abilities, and then you go to like, I don't know, Cambridge or something. And they have then higher, you know, something else. Then you recruit people out of the Irish pub and they have higher social skills.
In our game, every Londoner is
That would be
fully
cool.
simulated with a persistent life and relationships, and anyone from the entire population can be recruited into your team. Find them, profile them, hack into their lives, play their origin mission, and win them over to your cause. The heroes you recruit are all unique characters with different backstories and personalities, fully voiced.
See, this is impressive in the speech. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work just like that, because fully simulating like all of this population and have all of them also be distinct characters is just not possible.
Or anyone in between.
But I'm sure they're gonna have like personality types or something.
Watchdogs Legion lets you be that. You want to make a team of classic British spies? No problem. You want to be a crew of street-savvy kids from the council block? Do it. You want to go hipster, body mod, afro-punk, gangsta? Awesome. The women of Bletchley Park? These ladies fucking invented hacking!
The old lady squad. That's gonna be my approach.
Play as anyone is the innovation that
The old lady character class.
about freeing London and the world from the grip of tyranny into a game about the heroes that live in each of us. Because being a hero isn't just a job for someone else anymore. It's a job for everyone. So on behalf of the Watchdogs,
You can tell that they really care about this because they're spending almost 20 minutes on this.
thank you for your time
Yeah.
and welcome to the Resistance.
London. Had a good run there for a while. Now it's all right. Bombings. And people thrown in cages like animals. Oh, and who could forget the killer robots everywhere? So yeah, that's all gone a bit shit. It's up to us to take our city back. Thing is, we can't do it alone. We need to recruit a resistance. I know what you're thinking. Where do we start? Open your eyes and take a look around. Look here. Look at him. No, not him. Him. Former MI5. Duty never ends. He can get anywhere and erase anyone. See her?
Let's kick those bastards out of London.
She got kicked out of Oxbridge Robotics School.
So yeah, apparently there are like set characters that you will just recruit as part of the story. Those are the ones that they can actually like
Proper bellend. Come on, come on.
present here.
Crack your skull just for looking at funny.
Hey, punk rock. Nice.
This had better be fucking good.
And allow me to introduce you to the deadliest of the lot. She's not old, she's experienced.
This old lady is really making this. She's the best one.
And I mean bloody anyone. Him, her, everyone is a secret weapon. Find them. Recruit
I'm really hyped about this.
Yeah?
the resistance.
Yeah, I can definitely see why. I just hope that it won't be a disappointment because, you know, Watch Dogs has a bit of a history with that. So I'm tempering my expectations a little bit, but it still looks really cool.
Ubisoft going the classical route.
Yep.
My name is Rob McElhenney, and for the past
That's a
4
great
years,
name.
I have been making a television show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Rob McElhenney?
Thank you.
Are you kidding me? That rolls right off the tongue.
I am here today because I love games, and I wanted to express that love in the only way that I know how, save for playing them, and that is to make a TV show about them. More importantly, the people who create those games and the people who play them. So, last year, I called the funniest people that I knew, Charlie Day, Megan Gans, and David Hornsby, all executive producers on Sunny, and we started talking. We realized very early on that if we were going to do this, we wanted to do it right and to be as authentic as possible, because, as you all know, nobody smells bullshit like this particular community.
Great
So we
statement.
did the right thing. We partnered with Ubisoft, and away we went. It has been an
We did the right thing. We partnered with Ubisoft, who are known bullshitters.
world to inspire us because our show takes place in the fictional studio that created the biggest MMORPG in the world, Mythic Quest.
Then you should have partnered with either Nintendo or
On the
Microsoft.
cusp of
Yeah.
releasing their biggest expansion yet, Mythic Quest, Raven's Bank. The show follows the team of devs as they navigate the challenges of running their game while dealing with the difficulties of modern office life. These people are truly stuck together, yet they grind it out day after day for the love of the game. And at the head of that team is my character, creative director, Ian Grimm. Like, like most creative directors, he's gifted, driven, and tirelessly dedicated to his game. And, like,
You know what? I'm gonna probably check that show out.
he has an ego the size of a city bus. I'm gonna get my ass kicked backstage because there's a lot of creative directors here. Joking aside, it is clear that those creative directors and the thousands of people who work on these games put everything that they can into them. They recognize that they have a tremendous opportunity and responsibility, that they must do everything in their power to ensure that the games are nothing short of the best that they can make. Because that is what the community, you deserve. I promise you that in making
You know what
this
would be
show,
great?
approach.
Since they are trying to make this like authentic, if they were actually like developing this game as the show goes, and then have like an E3 presentation on that game, like next year or the year after that, which is then part of the show.
Yeah.
I would be into that, if that was the idea that they had.
When it first debuted, MQ was hailed as a masterpiece. Now played in 20 different countries on 6 continents, it's the biggest massive multiplayer role-playing game of all time. And today, they find themselves on the precipice of their first major expansion, Mythic Quest, Raven's Banquet. And it all falls on the shoulders of one man, creative director Ian Grimm.
When we think about cultural touchstones, we think E.T., Star Wars, Avatar, and yet our industry dwarfs the traditional entertainment business. So when we think about legends, why not think Mythic Quest?
True indeed. And when we think of visionary world-building artists, instead of just Spielberg, Lucas, and Cameron, why not think
It's like this is the first segment for like a wrestling character or something.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant.
So much humor in this.
I'm into this, honestly. I was a bit skeptical at first because why would I watch? Why would I want to watch a TV show reveal on a game event? But this is fitting. I like this. Okay, time for Rainbow Six.
Hey there, my name is Parker Intero Mackay, esports caster for Rainbow Six Siege. There are so many exciting things to come in Year 4. In-game events, map reworks, playlist updates, a roster of 52 unique operators, and of course, a thriving esports scene. Starting tomorrow, you'll be able to enjoy our 13th season, Operation Phantom Sight. This major content update brings 2 new operators to Team Rainbow, Nook and Warden. After this show, be sure to stick around for an intense celebrity match starring T-Pain, Little Yachty, and some of your favorite Twitch streamers for the Twitch Rivals Celebrity Show Match. But right now, here's a glimpse of the new season in action. Thank you, everyone, and have a great E3.
First off, why would I want to see T-Pain play a video game? Second off, who the fuck is Little Yachty?
Probably something out of the rap scene.
I mean, yeah, I would assume so, based on the name alone. Also, this is the first time esports is mentioned in any capacity at this year's E3. Oh my god, a James Bond skin. Or maybe that's just how the operator looks. Either this is just the operator and it's a bit goofy, or it's a skin. I'm not sure.
Clutch Royale.
Ubisoft memeing it up again.
Yeah. Raymond?
No.
Oh, Brawlhalla.
Yeah. Finn, what? Why Adventure Time now?
Adventure Time X Brawlhalla.
Well. You know what? I don't hate this. Princess Bubblegum is in this as well. So the Brawlhalla thing though is that everyone has like a specific weapon, right? So what's the specific weapon of the dog? The only thing that I can tell from him is that he has really big fists, but how is he supposed to lose them?
Yeah, I think every character has 2 set of weapons. And yeah.
Well, this is a weird crossover for this year.
But it's another available today.
Yeah, fairly big. Adventure Time is a big fan base, why not?
And I'm interested how they play.
I would also be interested to see how they play.
When those rounds come screaming past your head, you're gonna learn if you're hungry enough to take that victory.
So this is Destiny, yeah? No? Maybe?
Don't know.
Oh, could also be Ghost Recon.
They are hungry too. Once upon a time, some of these ghosts, they may have been your friends.
He uses the word ghost a lot, it might be Ghost Recon.
But then there is what the world needs. These ghosts, they are the past.
3 times.
They still serve the machine that we left behind. Right now, for the future, the world needs us. I'm honored to be here with you tonight. And as you head into battle, with that mean look in your eye, those bad intentions in your mind, remember this. You are the few with the courage to make history. You had the desire to take victory. You will be on
Everyone is just silently nodding there. Yeah, I can totally identify with this man, yeah.
that makes you wolves.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Wildlands was a bit of a weird one because Ghost Recon was supposed to be like this co-op stealth shooter, and then in Wildlands you were just running around in like Wildlands and you were driving around in burning trucks and had basically no stealth left. And that poor dog. Why did they bring out a dog?
I'm enormously proud to be part of the development of this game. It was a pleasure to work with the Ubisoft team. You know, I've had the chance to play some pretty strong, tough men over the years. I've played a deputy fighting zombies, special forces soldier who lost everything. And now I get to play Cole D. Walker. He's a skilled former.
That's like an American name if I've ever heard one. Cole D. Walker.
He loves his brothers, his fellow soldiers, but he is willing to do whatever it takes to complete his mission and take control of Aroa.
I just saw the little prompter at the end of the hall giving him his lines.
You will face an entire army. My army. The wolves.
So it's ghosts against wolves.
We've got the numbers, we've got the organization, and remember, we trained alongside you. The weaponry of a fully operational special ops detachment. Trust me, there's an unparalleled arsenal of high-tech weapons in Aroa. So if you think you have what it takes, strap on your boots and you get ready to take on.
That dog is confused.
See you in Aroa. We'll be waiting.
Perfect predators. They have the knowledge of their hunting ground, but we have the element of surprise.
I mean, it's still a tactical team shooter, but it's not as stealthy as it used to be. Maybe they're gonna bring the stealth back. That would be, I mean, I already saw Gatling guns. And exploding drones. And someone is shooting out of a jeep. Maybe it's not as stealthy as I hope it would be. Definitely not as stealthy as I hoped it would be.
A Gatling gun is the stealthiest thing I've ever seen.
If there was a burning truck, I think we can just forget about stealth. If they are hungry, then just eat a Snickers.
Better.
Better. Gritty voice. Ah no, Ghost Recon failed to capture me since like 2 installments ago. So, I'm not sold.
Hi everyone. Being a community developer on Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breakpoint has been an incredible journey for me so far. When we first announced the game, you were very excited. And after discussions with members of our community, I today announce that with our post-launch plan, we will be bringing back our AI teammates for our solo players.
Cool, I guess. That doesn't tell me anything.
With Ghost Recon Breakpoint, we want to go the extra mile.
Oh.
How we
As opposed to Wildlands, where you didn't go any miles at all.
a brand new community program that will allow you to express and share your passion.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to Ghost Recon Delta Company.
How does that work exactly?
From cosplay cosplay to streaming, fan art to forum discussions. However you show your love for Ghost Recon, there is something for you in our 5 different detachments, with lots of content to support you, as well as direct discussions with our studio.
Oh, okay.
So head over to our Ghost Recon Breakpoint website to find out more, and hear from you soon, Delta Ghosts. Thank you very much, everyone.
So basically they're giving the community a big platform. Not sure if that was worth an announcement, but I mean, sure, to get it out there, why not? They didn't spend a lot of time on it, so I'm fine with it.
Thank you, Laura. Hello, everyone.
Hi, who are you?
The Ghost Recon team has always taken great pride
Nuruddin Abu.
our games.
Abood.
That passion is what pushes us to deliver the best Spec Ops experience out there. Behind enemy lines, you will be fighting the most dangerous enemies the Ghosts have ever faced, constantly testing your survival skills. Yes, we can't wait to welcome you in Ghost Recon Breakpoint on October 4th. And 1 month before that, our beta will be live on September 5th.
Okay, we got announced dates. Like, cool. Launch dates.
You can register on our website right now.
This guy is blinking a lot.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint
But he has a very stiff stance, so I'm not sure if he's nervous or
We've got your back.
just really hyper. There was one guy clapping.
New content, free updates, and many surprises inspired by our community.
This one guy in the front row is really excited about this.
Like this one.
Oh wait, I recognize this music. Why are so many people like incorporating the Terminator lately? The end of the Devolver Direct also spoofed. Yeah, the end of the Devolver Direct also spoofed Terminator a little bit.
Will you survive your breakpoint? Alright. See you all out there. Have a good one.
I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Mobile RPG.
That was Sam Fisher. But also
A dauntless and daring agent. She's all in, all out, always.
they have from different games.
Yeah.
That's another squad building game.
A crossover of all Top Clancy games.
Yes, that's the point. Yeah, you're right.
Highly skilled defending operator, lightly armed, massively effective.
So I'm guessing this is a one-on-one squad game, maybe.
Elite covert operative. The lone wolf now hunts with a pack.
We will see.
When chaos strikes, rally the specialists. Lead the elite squad.
Tom Clancy's Elite Squad.
Register now.
Oh, okay. Well, as far as a mobile game goes, that looks alright.
Just Dance.
Yep.
That's a lot of dancing. We're
exhausted. I know. But think of everything we've done. It's not for us, or for you, or you. It's for them. The players!
Garrett! Oh, that was the panda. Alright, we are launching into the big dancing thing. I'm going to lower the volume a little bit so that it's easier for us to talk over this. Just for copyright reasons, even though I'm not sure how much that will actually help. But you know. I'm not a big fan of the song that's playing right now, but that said, the most of the Just Dance song list is pop songs that I don't like. So I'm not gonna use that to knock on the game. And there's the panda again. He's just a mainstay at this point. Oh, also he has like the blue hand and the red leg and stuff, like in a game.
Yeah.
Killed is loved by Blackpink. So they have some K-pop in this. Would be
obviously.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they haven't had any BTS stuff in there, because they are arguably the biggest K-pop act currently available. Even though I personally don't buy into the hype around these guys, because I personally don't like them. Blackpink, however, I can get behind.
Yeah.
Who's that? Oh my god. It's that meme. They actually include that meme dance. Oh my god.
I love Ubisoft. They play the memes.
I mean, there's arguably no company out there that plays the memes as hard as Ubisoft. So I'm actually wondering. I'm surprised that I'm surprised, basically.
Bring this game out for Wii.
Hey, you're right. Wii, Stadia, Switch,
PS4, Xbox One.
You know what? They actually kept it fairly brief this year.
Yeah.
It was weird, but it was not too out there.
Yeah. There are two companies that play the memes, that are Nintendo and Ubisoft.
We'll see how many memes Nintendo actually includes this year. Oh, they actually do feature For Honor.
Yeah. I think not so many as Reggie is no longer there.
Yeah.
He played the meme game really hard.
Maybe he'll be featured one last time.
Yeah. But we have the meme itself with the new COO of Nintendo America, Bowser.
Mm-hmm. Which is the best name for a Nintendo CEO you could ever hope for.
Yeah.
Oh wow. He looks intense.
I collect heads.
Yeah. You can throw one of them in the air and shout heads up.
One dude looked a bit like, how is it called, from Mortal Kombat.
I know what you mean, yeah.
This Khan dude.
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn.
Big fuck of access. Cool masks.
The one with the head belt that could be literally a pen and paper character.
In fact, I'm thinking
Takes the
about
heads
just
of his victims.
I'm thinking about just making him as a character. Just, next time we play anything. I'm the guy with a head belt. Shadows of the Hitokiri. Okay, what is this? It's a yellow dog turd. My first thought was The Division, but then I saw the arm thing and I thought like Resident Evil maybe. However, Resident Evil is not a Ubisoft thing, so I'm not sure actually.
Something zombie related.
Oh, he's fucked, clearly. What? You know, I own this game, I will try this out.
Hi, I'm Biojad and I'm the lead game designer on the next Rainbow Six game. It's called Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Quarantine.
Oh, it's a new game, not a game mode. Okay.
Ubisoft Montreal that set out on an exciting new mission. Create a radically redesigned co-op experience built on the foundations of one of the best shooters of this generation.
A fairly good one, but best.
Genre, we will be to PvE co-op.
I like PvE co-op though, I'm probably gonna enjoy that. Just give me pistols and I'm good to go.
Will test your tactical skills and survival instincts, holding you and your operators on the razor's edge. It pulls you together as a squad, facing off against an unknown and devastating parasite. You will risk everything.
I gotta say though, they never really reached the heights that the Watchdogs start set. After that it kind of fell off a bit.
The Division.
This is the Division. Oh my god, it's screeching streamers. Cosplayers. So what was the point of this? Was it just, hey, we have people that actually like our stuff?
As creative director at Red Storm Entertainment, there's no greater reward for me or the team than to see our game come to life and to see our players, our star players, taking tremendous pride in being a part of the Division.
Division 2 was a really hard disappointment, I think.
I mean, the Division as a franchise is just boring to me. You have bullet spongy enemies again. It's the first one was very great. The second one is a bit more colorful, but still, it's very, very drab. very it's dragging. I'm not engaged with it.
Yeah, and but the trailers showed us so much potential.
At the very least, they showed a very interesting setting. And I feel like the gameplay didn't really cash in on that. I just now realized that his shirt is a skull made out of cats. That's a cool shirt. I want that shirt. So basically they have a free week. That's the extent of the announcement.
Yeah, I think 3 days, a weekend. 13th to 16th.
Yeah, that's a weekend.
We deliver to you new main missions and a brand new game experience. So for the first time, we're taking the fight outside the city, and you'll venture deep into the woodlands to spearhead an attack on a presidential compound as you seek to bring a traitor to justice. The National Zoo is the setting of our next mission, where you and your team will hunt down the surviving outcast leader. And this brings us to our final edition of Episode 1, a place called Kenley College, and it's home to an entirely new gameplay experience. One that will take exploration, investigation, and logic to uncover the fate of a military convoy gone dark. Now, Episode 2, coming this fall, we will bring to you the Pentagon.
Hey, Pentagon. A really good wrestler.
Yeah. Especially with Ray Phoenix.
Yeah.
To secure what lies behind the walls of this last capsule. But this won't be the greatest danger you face in Episode 2. I'm very excited to tell you that our second raid will be coming this fall, bringing back intense 8-player action. Yeah!
Please clap, we have raids.
Watching you tackle the first raid, it was awesome, and we cannot wait to see what world records you break this time around. Now, this brings us to our third and final episode of Year 1.
Honestly, this shirt is better than everything he said so far.
If rebirth was not about bringing the world as we know it back to life, but the opposite. One man holds that power.
Afterbirth.
And humanity itself is at stake. Agents, it's time to engage in a manhunt.
Oh, it's a manhunt, so let's just grab the shark and make a man-eater out of it, and we have a better game. Now, this dude has a serious problem when you're getting upstaged by your own shirt. You know, you're in a tough sell position.
I'm interested in what Ubisoft chose as a closer.
Yeah, we haven't, like, the Assassin's Creed stuff was targeted towards the Symphony, so maybe they have Assassin's Creed game at the end, they just kind of bookended that way. Maybe some South Park related stuff, although I can also imagine that they bring that before the closer, because I think the only thing that comes out of South Park is the Phone Destroyer game, which might even be out already. I haven't really followed up on that.
If they don't have a really huge announcement in the at the end, I would have showed Watchdogs 3 at the end.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm proud to announce that we will be making the Division movie with Netflix. More to come on that in the future. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Are you hyped for the Division movie? I sure am not. It's a woman!
Wow. Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Panagrossi. I'm Vice President of Platform and Product Management. Ubisoft has been creating worlds for over 30 years. We have the most diverse library of games, and we're about to make it even easier.
And I'm really excited.
I'm here to announce
No, she's not a public presenter, she's a manager, so.
on PC called Uplay Plus.
So they're gonna compete with Origin then, I presume.
You'll get earliest available access to new games.
But Uplay has the better games by far.
I mean, yeah, it's an easy sell because everyone hates EA anyways.
Of our PC catalog that includes over 100 games and growing.
I mean, it might be intended as like competition towards Game Pass from Xbox, but that one is just way out of their water. So that this is more direct competition with Origin.
Ooh, $50 a month.
Yeah,
that's pricey.
it is. I'm thinking they are also announcing this because of Stadia.
Yeah.
But if that's the intention, I mean, Stadia's pricing model is terrible, so this is better than Stadia, I think. But compared to Origin, it's about on the same level as Origin, like the special Origin thing that EA announced last year, because that's also overpriced. So that's their competition. Game Pass is just blowing everyone out of the water right now. PlayStation Plus is also not that bad, but it's also, you know, on a console, and there's no way to play it anywhere but on the PlayStation. So I would say Game Pass is the best deal out there right now when it comes to that kind of pricing model.
Yeah. Depends on the games you want to play.
Always.
If you're a huge Ubisoft player, then go for Uplay Plus.
I'm sure they're gonna have their niche that is going to buy this no matter what.
Wherever players are, we want to provide access to our games and services. I'm pleased to announce that in 2020, Uplay Plus will be available on Stadia.
Okay, so they're not actually competing, they're just offering it together with Stadia.
Stadia is the new generation gaming platform where you could play our Stadia games from any device. A special thank you to Phil Harrison and his team. This is the beginning of our partnership. Thank you so much. Have fun playing.
I'm not sure what to think about that. I had like 5 different ways of starting that sentence and I couldn't decide.
Some rollerblade sport thing.
Yeah, if Ubisoft is good for one thing, then it's weird sports titles. Sea Steep. That was a really weird idea for a sports title, and it could have worked, but... Basically, this is basketball, but in a half pipe. Roller Champions. Depending on what the gameplay looks like, I would be interested in that. The sheer concept of it is intriguing.
Hello, future champions. My name is Stefan, and I'm a proud member of the Roller Champions team. Alright, come on, bring it up.
He picked a good month to be proud.
Ambitions with this game
wanted to capture the intangible excitement of players preparing for the big game. The hype of team play and competition, along with the craziness of high-speed racing. So we started working on Roller Champions, a skill-based team PvP sports game that is as fun to watch as it is to play. A game in which you, the player, can create your own story as you roll up to glory. But right now I know how it looks. We showed you a trailer, and I got on stage starting my little speech. That's all well and good, but when will you ever get to play this?
I was thinking that you were about to show us gameplay.
Oh, today.
No, I think that's the biggest today announcement we had so far, right? That's a full game. Ah, okay, it's an alpha. Okay.
Play the heck out of it for the next few days. And when you're done, head to the forums to tell us what you thought. And you know what? We firmly believe that you will be screaming as loudly as our colleagues did when they first got to playtest it back in Montreal. But I can't just leave you with that.
Yeah, show us gameplay.
Here's a taste of what you should expect once you click that download button. Put your
Are they gonna show us the loading screen, yeah?
Here's the loading screen.
That's what I'm expecting when I'm clicking the download button. Okay. I love the stadium design.
Okay, it's a mixture of basketball, football, roller skating.
Also, ice sprint. I'm not sure what the English name of it is. But Eislauf. It's a weird concept for a sports game, but I could be into that depending on how the gameplay actually looks. Because even though that was supposed to show us the gameplay, it didn't really.
Yeah, it was just another trailer.
Yeah. Oh look, it's the head of Ubisoft.
So first I want to say thank you to... Thank you!
Crowds love him.
So first I want to say thank you
He's cute.
to all the Ubisoft teams
Yeah.
around the world for your talent and energy. You know, congratulations for another great show.
To be fair, it was a fairly strong outing from Ubisoft. They kept the quirkiness to a minimum.
I believe video games have a positive impact on all of us and the world around us. At Ubisoft, our intention is to create games that will make you stronger and happier in your life. When you play Ubisoft games, we hope you will spend quality time with family and friends and meet new inspiring people.
When I'm playing a Ubisoft game, I'm also supposed to spend quality time with my family. How's that supposed to go together?
So to everyone who plays our game,
Watchdogs together with family.
Yeah.
I totally can see that happening.
Yeah. Let's just, when we are next voting for what to do on Family Day, let's just suggest playing a Ubisoft game.
The only thing I can see, or the only game that I can see this happening in is Uno.
Hey, Roller Champions with the entire family. Hello.
who is coming to show you a sneak peek of his game.
So this is the big one they're gonna end it on.
Awkward.
Over the last 10 years, I've had the chance to be part of an incredible team that has always pushed the limits of Assassin's Creed and shown us different periods of our past. But
So that
Assassin's
Assassin's
Creed has
So I was right, they are gonna bookend it with Assassin's Creed.
This have to be really big.
Our minds have lingered on a different aspect of our history.
Otherwise, everything will be overshadowed by Watch Dogs.
It still might be, depending on what they are showing us now.
Yeah.
I love that he has 3 different teleprompters.
Yeah.
And love today. Now, these stories have shaped our dreams, inspiring us to build something new, something that transcends the limits that we have always set upon ourselves. Today, I am very proud to have the chance to show you a glimpse, to show you a teaser of this brand new game that we've been working on. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you, and have a great E3.
Okay, so they're not gonna give any details at all, it's just a teaser. Is this Assassin's Creed Holland edition? Assassin's Creed Oranje.
Assassin's Creed Windmills.
Actually, there was a creature in there that's not Assassin's Creed at all, is it?
It looks it looked a bit like Medusa.
From the creators of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So it's just by the guys that made it.
Yeah, okay. New IP.
That's exciting though. That's a good thing to keep for last. Gods and monsters. Are they gonna go the Smite route of having different Greek gods? I would assume Greek. Who's this guy? Okay, this is they jump straight into that event. Yeah, they're gonna go straight into the after show, so they are done. So I mean, we don't even need to discuss what won this. Because clearly, starting off with the new Watch Dogs game was the biggest thing they had.
Yeah.
But I have to say that all in all, even though it fell off a bit after that, it was a pretty strong showing. They kept their little quirkiness and the cringe to a minimum, but they still had everything there that you would expect from a Ubisoft show. The Just Dance was there. There was a quirky crossover. There was very excited devs. There was no fake voice comm during the gameplay demonstration. Like there was no fake gamer talk over the gameplay, which was refreshing. We haven't had that at all this year so far, haven't we? So really, I would consider this a win. So yeah, the crossover was a weird one, putting Adventure Time and Brawlhalla. I mean, I'm interested to see how they play, but I'm not sure how the dog especially is going to work. The other two I can definitely see, but...
I think he forms the weapons with his fists.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I can see out of the trailer.
He's gonna play differently from everyone else, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then we had the Ghost Recon thing, which... it might be fun, but it's not a series that catches me either. Same with The Division. They spent a lot of time on that as well, with a lot of different stuff. Yeah. But it wasn't really something I'd be interested in, and they didn't do a good job of selling me on it, honestly. Rainbow Six wise, they just showcased one of the new operators, the other one strangely lost in the shuffle a little bit. They also had this little event that they're doing right now, announced that, and that was pretty much it. Then they had this little Tom Clancy crossover for mobile.
Yep. Which
looks fairly fun. But also it's a mobile game and I'm not gonna play it. So as I said, we didn't see anything rabbits related. No new Assassin's Creed game, just a little concert at the beginning, which to be fair was pretty good. Was a good thing to set the mood before the Watch Dogs thing started and really hyped us up. But then nothing else was there to pick up the pace that they set at that point. The Just Dance thing was kind of what we expected. Just a little toned down. They had quirky costumes, but the dances themselves were fairly standard, and they didn't go through the audience. They didn't have a marching band this time. They didn't have a lion with a saxophone or something. It's just some weird dances finishing up with a mean dance. And that's that. Yeah, fairly straightforward year this time. I'm inclined to give them like a B or B plus maybe, although they did fall off a bit, so I'm sure I'm gonna land on a B. Like if I were to grade it.
That they started with Watchdogs was I think that harmed the other games a bit.
It did. It definitely did, because they after having a concert, pretty much, and then going right into the biggest game they had, nothing else came close to even like pick up the pace afterwards. Nothing. The For Honor thing, just a couple of, you know, new characters and stuff, or maybe like a little campaign thing or something. I wasn't really sure what to make of the trailer. That sports game they showed was kind of interesting in concept, but I wanted more gameplay of that. And then teasing the new game, or the new IP especially. Having a new IP at the end is always a good idea, so I think you can do it like that. If they were opening with a new IP, you can get away with it, but it might have been a weird start because no one was sure how to react to it. Because there was no gameplay to be shown there at all.
Yeah.
But the art style looks nice.
Yeah, and Watch Dogs was the first game that actually hyped me at E3.
Out of all of them?
Yeah, out of all of them.
I mean, I personally was pretty hyped by Doom, by Bethesda, right at the end. And other than that, I'm gonna agree with you. There was a lot of stuff where I'm like, oh, this is cool, or oh, this looks nice, or I would like to try that, but nothing that really made me like hyped.
Yeah, though, I want to play Watch Dogs 3 now.
Yeah, Watch Dogs 3 and Doom are the two games where I'm like, I want to play this right now. And then there are like a couple of other games that I'm looking forward to in a bigger way, but not like I want to play this right now. Where is it?